Hi, Koji here. Hi people out there in internet land. Let me just start by saying you may need to turn the computer up for her, or his, whatever, video, and down for mine. I'll just be playing it through my computer. Not going to be splicing anything together. Too much work and I don't know how. So, okay. Here goes.
I have some questions for atheists. 1. If we live in a purely material world, then how do we account for the many supernatural experiences that people have, such as encounters with God, ghosts, spirits, etc.? Obviously.
They are all deluded. Plain and simple. If you knew how easily the human mind can be made to believe most anything, you would understand that, well, they are all being deluded. If you are asking, how can I account for all the people who have claimed the Christian God, then I ask you, how can you account for all the people that have claimed to have seen Allah, Muhammad, or Buddha?
Exactly what all of these encounters actually are all interpreted by different people in different ways, but the fact remains that...
That's exactly it. They are all being interpreted differently. For example, one guy sees Jesus, another guy sees Allah, another guy sees Buddha. All on different parts of the world, or even all at the same time. They see what they want to see. If they are all together, quite obviously. Or if they are all apart, they are simply being fooled. It's simple as that. Could go into this deeper, but I really don't feel like it.
That people encounter things that do not fit a purely naturalistic worldview. Are we
again hallucinations
really to conclude that all of these people are delusional,
yes,
deceptive, or
yes,
mad, or
yes,
could it be that people are having real encounters
no,
with real supernatural beings not explainable through purely scientific mediums?
yes, they could be having something that science has experience that science has yet to explain. Does that mean God? No. I could just as easily say that I have had a personal experience with the flying spaghetti monster. Does that make it real? No. The people who claim they have seen Jesus are no different than the people who claim they have seen Abraham Lincoln. In fact, we have many people who claim to be Jesus. Most of them are currently in asylums.
2. Where does all of the incredibly complex information come from that is stored within DNA?
2 or 3 billion years of evolution?
Information doesn't just appear by itself.
You're right. It mutates. Learn genetics.
One has to put it there. 3.
No, not if a DNA strand mutates. If the chromosomes in there replicate themselves, and that replication screws up in some way, and that screw up obviously doesn't kill the organism, well, bonus for the organism. Usually this stuff happens at conception, due to the fact that both the egg and the sperm are half a DNA strand. They only have half of the genetic code each. I'm sure you know this. I hope you do. If not, do a quick YouTube search. There's a billion vids explaining this and in fact answering every question you have in this video. It's all been answered many, 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 many times. Many.
Why does humanity seem to have an innate desire and need to worship something or someone?
I don't Nami.
1. Why is there such a universal religious sense within humanity?
Again. I don't.
4. Is it been extreme to assert God does not exist? To make such a statement you would have to have complete knowledge and to have been everywhere in the universe.
Yes and no. I do not make the claim that God does not exist. I make the claim the Christian God, the Islamic God, the Buddhist God, the Hindu God, the insert religion name here God does not exist. I do not make the claim that the deist God, namely, created the universe and then buggered off. I do not make the claim that that God does not exist. I make the claim that due to the fact that every other God in existence has failed the test of evidence and does not exist, I make the claim that I see no reason to, based on that, believe in the deist God.
God dwells somewhere in the universe you don't know of or have not been to?
Yeah, possible. Deist God. But I see no reason to believe in it.
Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
5. What about the evidence of design in all?
Irreducible complexity. I am not going to go into this. Do a 5-minute internet search. Dawn Exodus 2. Repeat. Dawn Exodus 2. Look at him. But you're probably not actually going to watch this video. $50 as you want.
Of creation. It is obvious that anything that is designed has to have an intelligent creator. For example, a computer never came about by mere accident, but had to have been thought out and planned by an intelligent designer.
Computers do not replicate themselves. Computers do not have sex.
It is the same with creation, and more so, as the natural world is far more complicated than anything humanity can create. 6. Where does all the matter in the universe
Hear that again,
is
sorry.
far more complicated than anything humanity can. It is this by an intelligent designer. It is the same with creation, and more so, as the natural world is far more complicated than anything humanity can create.
Yeah, being human kind of sucks. We're pretty damn limited. But no one saying humans created anything. I'm not. You're certainly not.
6. Where does all the matter in the universe come from?
Quarks.
7. How do you explain the changed lives of millions of people throughout history who testify to a life-changing experience with Jesus Christ? 8.
How do you explain the millions that have changed their lives by having a life-changing experience with Allah or Muhammad or Zeus? Many, back in the day, claimed they saw Zeus and had life-changing experiences because of this. How do you explain that?
How do we account for the historical person of Jesus Christ?
It's very likely that Jesus Christ was... Well, here's the thing. At the time Jesus Christ was supposedly to have lived, there were at least 100 other messiahs. You know, just run around doing their messiah thing. At least 8 of these guys followed the exact same pattern as Jesus Christ. 12 disciples, healed the sick, walked on water, water to wine, in fact. A couple of them claimed to have risen from the dead. And Jesus Christ was a very popular name at the time. That's how I attribute it to it. Is it possible that Jesus Christ is based off a real guy? Yeah. Actually, yeah. It's even possible that one of the messiahs was called Jesus Christ. He may have even been crucified. My time is almost up. I will be making a part 2.